Hello everyone. Welcome to our first video tutorial. This video tutorial is to take you, parents, and any other students or children that need it through the process of logging into Google and getting to Google Classroom and what specifically is in Google Classroom. I'm going to first take you through, if you are on a device other than a Chromebook, on how to sign in. I also sent out that document that explains the different processes, but they are basically the same. So I'm going to sign in. Your child will use their 6-digit ID, and then don't forget the @swcsd.us if you are not on a Chromebook. Then their password will be their initials, so the 3 letters, and then their lunch number. Then they'll sign in. They'll go up here to the Google Apps icon. We call it the waffle in our classroom. And then they're able to go to the classroom. If your child is logging in on a Chromebook, it's pretty much the same process. They will still use their 6-digit ID, but they don't need to put @swcsd. They do not need to put that, and then they'll use the 3 initials and then their lunch number as well. When they log on with the Chromebook, it'll automatically have these 2 tabs up here for them, and so they know that they need to go over to the second tab, that is classes. So this might have been a little bit different for them yesterday. The district was kind enough to make different individualized classrooms based on the subject for just our class. So only our class has access to writing, social studies, math, science, and reading. Do not worry about these right now because I have not put anything in there. I made rock and rushes at the beginning of the year, and this is what they are most familiar with. So as of right now, I'm just going to stick everything there. So they're going to go to rock and rushes. They will not have any of these classrooms because I am a part of these classrooms. They are not. So in rock and rushes, once they go in, you will see these 2 tabs up here are the ones that you're going to be working in the most. I don't even know that they have people in grades since I'm on my teacher account. But the stream is just going to show you anything that's new. So if you think about Facebook, it's kind of like your news feed. When new things pop up or someone posts something, it'll pop up here at the very beginning. Classwork is what you're going to find, or where you're going to find assignments. And so here is our link to the Raz Kids that I talked to or sent the email about, the Reading A to Z books. But if you notice, if you scroll down, it's also here. So if you're looking specifically for assignments, then you'll want to go to the classwork. If you're looking for anything new, you can just find it here on the stream. Everything is pretty much accessible here on the stream. Mrs. Walls, Mrs. Hiles, and Mr. Cahill also have access to our classroom so that they can be posting things for the specials portion of your day. Mrs. Walls has posted some links to directive draws, like cartoons. Steve Harpster is an author and illustrator, and he came to visit us, and he has great videos that you can also find on YouTube, and your child can do fun little drawings. That would be great if they want to add it to their writing. So I'm going to take us back out of there. So here's a little post from Erin. And so then I'm going to take you through really quickly the different links that are going to be most used, that you can use today and tomorrow, that your child is already pretty much familiar with. And then hopefully I can use more video tutorials to introduce new sites or new kind of virtual features so that your child feels comfortable. So Raz Kids, here's our link. And if you click on the little icon, it will take you here. I have encouraged you to do your best to read 3 books a week in Raz Kids and answer the comprehension questions at the end. If you're going through the classroom, then you don't need to worry about using my username. Actually, log out of her. So sorry about that. Um, it'll take you to this page first where we have our whole classroom, and you can click on anyone's name. I'm going to click on mine and my name, and then my classroom number is my password. So they're just going to type in their name and their class number. And then I also sent you those passwords as well. And so once they get in, their screen will look like this. And so you have two areas mostly that they're going to work in. The main one that they're going to work in is the reading room. So in their reading room, they can just kind of explore. I'm also kind of testing this out. But they have a whole bunch of books that they have access to, fiction books and nonfiction books. If we go up here specifically to leveled books, if they want to read at a specific level, I have assigned them their instructional level, and then they have access to books that are 2 levels above and any levels below, which is great practice for them with fluency. They can practice fluctuation of their voice. It's just for fun. It's great for comprehension. But the level that they're being instructed on is the one that they're going to find first, their books. And so students have access to so many great texts, and they're able to listen to them first if they would like to, and then read them to themselves as well. So then, at the end, after they've read or gone through the book, they have comprehension questions, which is great because I can see the number of books that they've read and their comprehension checks. And so if your child is reading maybe a book that might be a little bit too hard for them, or they're just flipping through the pages very quickly and not actually reading the story or listening to the story, then that becomes apparent when they come to their comprehension check. So that's a good check for me, and it's also a good check for them. I believe they should also have a written response, and so they are able to type their response to that question. If you go over here to topics, it like organizes the books based on the topic. There are adventure books, animals and insects, art and music, community and jobs, food. So many different books that they now have access to. Again, these are the books that were printed off and we sent home as paper copies for them to keep. But this is just kind of, a little bit more fun for them. So I'm going to log out here. I'm going to exit out of this tab, and I'm going to go back to our classroom. This is Mrs. Hiles. She's also given you a little assignment slash, suggestion of what you could be doing for music. And then this is our typing club link. And so if they're going in through the Google Classroom, they can just sign in with Google. So they don't have to worry about anything here as far as their first name, last name. They just are going to sign in with Google. And it takes them directly to their lessons. The other link that they have probably been using or would be a good one to use is their Teach Their Monster to Read link. On that big manila envelope that I sent home, they should have had their login information. And so if you happen to lose that, just email me and I will be able to send you their login information again. I'm going to take off books because it doesn't really work. And so that's also a good point that I want to make really quickly. If you go back up, your child can share anything that they want with their class. They can just say hi to everyone. It's kind of like making a comment on Facebook, posting your thoughts. They can ask a question. They can say, I'm missing you. And so they can post that here to the stream. Anyone who gets onto the Google Classroom will be able to see it. But then from my end, I can delete anything that you feel that you don't want up there, that I feel I don't want up there. If it was an accident, I can delete it. So just so that you know, but we're going to get into some more um, ways to keep into contact with each other. So that's just one option. And so then finally, Flipgrid is the last one. Let me see really quickly. Here's your Get Epic link, and I sent you all their individual login information. And then Scholastic News is also something that's great for them. Their password should be Rush101. Yep. And so here they have access to more Scholastic News articles. They also have access to some videos, some games, and things like that. So lots of different sites that you can be using. But none of this, I want to make this statement that none of this was expected to be used this week. So all that I expected you to use this week were the reading paper books that I sent home on Friday with the writing packets and those Scholastic News articles. There should have been 2 in your manila envelope. The other only thing online that I would have hoped that you were getting onto this week was the iReady lessons. Anything so far here is just extra. It's just extra practice. There are just more resources, reading resources. Typing Club is a practice to get familiarized with the keyboard. And so anything so far on here has been extra. I will let you know as parents once it becomes more of an assignment. So then finally, Flipgrid is something that I want to show you just really quickly. Again, log in with Google. I'm going to use my Google account. And so here, they have already posted a video. Oh my gosh, look at all these. They're talking about different books that they've read. How fun. And so just in case, like, you aren't very familiar or you're kind of apprehensive about this, this is just where they can do a little video recording of themselves, and I can't wait to see all of these. That's so fun. But feel free, I will also post some different responses that I want them, like a specific question that I want them to answer on Flipgrid. So, all right. I'm going to exit out. Hopefully, this helps you be a little bit more familiar and comfortable with the Google Classroom. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email me once again. And I look forward to our next video tutorial.